Analysis of catastrophic events shows that responders need to know how to save lives, prevent additional damage, and preserve evidence. But what prepares those key responders to react and recover during natural or man-made events? Patriot Exercise is an annual training event at Volk Field, Wisconsin. The theme of Patriot Exercise 2011 is Interagency Operability.
We're here to protect our country, and you'll be sitting next to an airman, you're going to be sitting next to an FBI agent, a FEMA, or a fireman. It's about protecting our community.
This Patriot Exercise domestic operations scenario challenges multiple agencies to perform their unique missions together to protect a community after disaster. A disaster operation has two phases: taking action and recovery. The take action phase begins prior to an event with any disaster preparation that can prevent the loss of life or property. This includes placing barriers, raising the threat condition, evacuating areas, and pre-positioning response forces. The take action phase continues with post-event dispatch.
Having this event, we need more people here to help.
Yeah, we've got a full crew working, sir.
Oh my God.
First responders rescue survivors and evacuate them to a safe area.
I'm worried about.
We'll find out shortly exactly what happened, okay?
Any other neighbors that aren't accounted for, that aren't standing right here, right now?
Yeah, the crazy guy.
Security forces establish a 360-degree perimeter.
Initially, right now, it's just to keep those people that are still present in the area out of this area.
Also requested 25 more bodies to assist.
We just came out and took out all the injured personnel, civilians, and personnel that weren't injured. Took them to a safe area. I just tried not to taint the crime scene getting over to my post.
Incident commanders gain full situation awareness.
So we're at about 9 minutes out right now.
A response package arrives at a disaster scene to begin decontamination and triage.
We're hoping that the more we practice this, the better we're going to get at doing our job if there was a real-world event.
For Patriot 2011, the California Guard's 9th SURF-P arrived entirely by Agile C-17s to demonstrate their ability to respond to a disaster where roads and large runways are damaged.
In the future, it will be a lot smoother and a lot easier. We actually know the process now, and this is actually a great training opportunity for us to get to know that. And working with the Air Force and the National Guard, it's a giant learning process.
The take action phase can last several days to weeks depending on how severe the damage. The second phase is recovery. The cause of the incident determines which agency is responsible.
It was a small IED explosion in that residence right there.
In a terrorist event, the Federal Bureau of Investigation arrives to collect evidence.
I'll post the guy, one of my guys right here.
That's great. My first contact when I came in was, where is that perimeter? Who's in charge? Is this a safe scene, safe and secure scene? And we determined that yes, it was. The bystanders, any injured, all individuals had been removed. And it's key for us to know that then now the scene can be one that turns into more of an evidence recovery phase. And I know that by staying in contact with these military personnel who have our perimeter, that they have our back, and we don't have to be concerned about that security element. That really lets us focus on our job.
What we're looking for is that SIM card, and that hopefully we can still.
The FBI tags evidence with a pink flag, while an Air Guard fatality search and recovery team tags remains with the blue flag.
Our focus is just human remains. So the FBI is going in and they're collecting evidence, so all the other stuff, and we're going back through and collecting all the pieces of the human remains, and that's what the blue flags are for.
With that resource available to us and them being out here on scene, we could focus on the evidence items and be the ones to locate and document those evidence items, and they focused on the human remains and that aspect of the recovery operation out here, and it worked real well together.
Our primary mission is to integrate with the interagency. We always see the F-Search as being a player when it comes to any fatality management issues within the United States.
During an explosion, tornado, plane crash, or flooding, human fragments can spread over a broad area and may have been decomposing for weeks.
It's not what you see on TV. We should be mentally prepared to handle real-world situations.
Yet they treat all remains with dignity as they are processed and returned to their loved ones.
Remember that these are people that we're dealing with. Give them the utmost respect that they deserve.
We're able to practice some of our concepts and protocols, how we would mesh with the military components that are out here, and things went real well.
The key to multiple agencies having success in the real world is sharing old best practices and developing new ones during training.
We try to share our experiences, and that way we can all benefit from the same knowledge. We had teaching points as often as we could, and we got together sharing our ideas as to what we've encountered in the field and how we might learn from that. You guys know, I mean, the scene can be, it can be anything you can imagine.
Chaotic.
Definitely.
Even after the incident, it's chaotic.
Exactly. Yep.
Now, what do you do for a rubble pile?
I think for the units, it provides them a realistic training environment where they can work on their desired training objectives, and gives them a lot of opportunities to do some team building and really learn what it would be like if they had to respond to an incident within the United States.
This is absolutely the way ahead. I mean, there's no one service, no one component can do this job. It's a very complicated mission, responding to a multitude of incidents. And no agency has the capabilities to do it alone. So if we don't train in this environment, we're not going to be able to be successful if we ever have to respond.
The exact time, place, and scope of a disaster is unpredictable, but a well-rehearsed response can save lives, prevent damage, and preserve evidence. And that's why Patriot Exercise provides the best training for our best hometown warriors.